Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday School. Woo! And we are in Exodus, and we have just made it through all 10 plagues. And I have my little, oops, I went the wrong way. Typical, right? So here's my plague wheel. Remember, the first plague was the plague of blood, and then the frogs, and then the gnats, and the flies and when all the cows died. Yeah, that was a bummer. And the boils, and the hail, and the locusts, and then the darkness, and then the really, really sad one, all of the firstborn sons died in Egypt. So there we go. We have made it through all of the plagues. And we know that the 10th plague was when the firstborn son of the Egyptians died. And God told Moses that the Israelites, they need to have this big meal together, and they were gonna eat lamb, right? So when they ate the lamb, they had to take the blood of the lamb and put it on the door frames of their houses, and then God would pass over, right, their houses, and they would be safe, and their sons wouldn't die when God went through Egypt. So we know that the Israelites were saved. And hey, if you made your Passover meal out of Play-Doh, send me a picture. Or if you forgot, you can just let me know that you did, because I thought that would be pretty fun to do. Anyway, so we know that the Israelites were saved, and we know that Pharaoh's firstborn son died. And that's where we're starting today, and we are in Exodus chapter 12, verse 31. So grab your Bibles, woo! And 31, let me move my notes over. Okay, so 31, it says, during the night, Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and said, up, leave my people, you and the Israelites. Whoa, yes, Pharaoh might be letting them go. Okay, go worship the Lord as you have requested. Take your flocks and herds as you have said and go. And also, bless me. Love that. Anyway, the Egyptians urged the people to hurry and leave the country, for otherwise, they said, we will all die. Boy, they're like kind of panicking. So they're like, get out, go, quick. We don't want to die. We don't want you to die. Just leave, go. Okay, so the people took their dough. Okay, so they had some dough, if you would like. Now would be a fun time to just hold some Play-Doh and like play with it while I'm reading. So they took some dough before the yeast was added and carried it on their shoulders in kneading troughs wrapped in clothes. The Israelites did as Moses instructed and asked the Egyptians for articles of silver and gold for clothing. The Lord had made the Egyptians favorably disposed towards the people, and they gave them what they had asked for, so they plundered for the Egyptians. So we know when you bake bread, you add yeast, and yeast makes bread rise. So they could not even add the yeast. So they hurried so much, and that's where we get something called unleavened bread. And if you've had communion that has like crackers, you might have seen it's called matzah too. They're like big sheets of like really thin crackers, and that has no yeast in it. So there you go. That is how that is with us still today. So cool, right? The Bible is alive and well in 2020. Okay, so the Israelites in verse 37, it says, journeyed from Ramses to Sukkot. There were about 600,000 men on foot. That is a lot. Besides women and children. So that there's so many of them, they didn't even count the ladies and the kids. Okay, many other people went up with them, and also large droves of livestock, both flocks and herds. With the dough the Israelites had brought from Egypt, they baked loaves of unleavened bread. Wow. Yes, so cool. The dough was without yeast because they had been driven out of Egypt and they did not have time to prepare food for themselves. So they were just in such a hurry. The Egyptians were like, hey, get out, go. We're just tired of you. We've had 10 plagues. This last one was real terrible and bad. You guys need to go. Like, you want to go worship the Lord? Just go. Please go. And they were like, pushing them out. And the Israelites were like, wait, I didn't add the yeast to my bread. Oh, no. And they're like, oh, well, just take it. And they took it. And now here we are. And they're making the bread that has no yeast. So in verse 40, it says, Now, the length of time the Israelite people lived in Egypt was 430 years. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. At the end of the 430 years, to the very day, all of the Lord's divisions left Egypt, because the Lord kept vigil that night to bring them out of Egypt on the night that the Israelites are to keep vigil to honor the Lord for generations to come. So, I think the Israelites did it. I think that they are officially free, and Pharaoh has finally let them go, and they are not slaves anymore. Woohoo! Yeah. So, this is all we're gonna read today. Bummer, right? I'm kind of curious what's happening next for the Israelites, right? I'm sure that they're, bound for another adventure. And where do you think they're gonna go now that they're free? So they got out of Egypt, but now what? This is a good moment to sip some warm beverage. I have coffee. I'm filming in the early hour because I have a lot to do today. But anyway, yes, what are the Israelites doing? Where are they going next? So I have some questions. And let me get my other paper. There we go. So I have question time. So you can pause after each question and write it down in your prayer journal, or you can just talk about it with your parents or your siblings. So you can pause after each question, but just remember, pick it back up because it makes me sad if you leave me on pause forever. Okay. How long had the Israelites been in slavery in Egypt? How long? My next question is, why did Pharaoh finally let the Israelites leave Egypt? How come the Israelites took dough with them while they left Egypt? Why'd they take all that dough? Why do you think the Egyptians let the Israelites take their gold, silver, and clothing? Those are my questions for today. Talk about them amongst yourselves. Write them down. Good questions. You can ask me a question if you want. Just send me an email if you have any questions. Totally open to that. All right. So next, I want to let you know that I have some activity pages that go with this lesson. So there is a coloring sheet. I colored mine yesterday. There we go. Look at them leaving. And there's the dough. Look. They just had to wrap it up in clothing and they were on their way. Look at the little puppy. It makes me so happy. I love dogs. Anyway, and there's a fun donkey back there. So cool. Okay, so you can color that. That's the Israelites, not the Egyptians. The Israelites leaving Egypt. There we go. And I have a word search with a maze at the bottom. Whoa. I like word searches. They're relaxing. And then I have a bigger maze. Some of the mazes might be easy for some older friends, but when I got older and mazes were kind of easy, I liked to make them fun and pretty, so I would color them in weird ways. But you can do whatever you would like because it's up to you. Alrighty. So I have all of those activity pages that hopefully will be in an email. So just look for those later. And if you didn't get them, let me know and I will send them to you. All right. Next, I'd like to ask about what your God moments are for this week. I think my God moment is that some of my friends came to my apartment and we had a really fun dinner, and it was just really good because I haven't quarantine and COVID, all of the weirdness going on in the world. Can't see friends as much. It's been a bummer because I live alone, so it's I miss my people. This is sad, but we had a really fun dinner and it was so good to be with them, and we watched a movie after. It doesn't sound that exciting, but it was. It was a fun just cooking, and yeah, we had a good dessert. And the movie was fun too. So that would be my God moment. I'm really thankful for the people he's put in my life. And I'm really thankful for the friends that I have because they love the Lord. And that makes me really happy because they help me love the Lord better. And they tell me things about what God's doing in their life. And it's really, really good stuff. So it's just really good that we all have friends who know the Lord too. And it's good to have friends that don't, because you can be a light to them and share what you know about Jesus with them, and maybe they would be more interested and maybe want to go to church with you sometime or learn more or read the Bible with you. But it is good to have friends who know Jesus and love Jesus with all their heart, because we just all grow closer together as friends and with God. So it's all good. So if you have a God moment, let me know. Also, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm praying for all of you guys going back to school soon. I know, right? End of summer, boo. But yeah, it's probably gonna be a little weird this year, right? Last year ended really weird. We weren't in school. So I'm praying for you guys and for your teachers and for your principals and all people that make school happen, because it's going to be a little bit different, and there's will probably be some challenges we might not have been expecting. But I've been so encouraged by how kids are just so flexible in their thinking that they can adapt and make changes and not be grumpy. You guys are really good at not being grumpy. And it's okay to have grumpy days, but sometimes when adults have to go through change, they just complain and whine about it for a really long time. And sometimes they just need to get over it and do life well and be thankful they have opportunities still. But kids are just, you guys know, I like you guys, I see the best. So I'm just like, yes, kids are awesome. Look at them. They can adapt, they can change, they can do school in new and unconventional ways. It's awesome. Look at them learning. It's great. So I hope that the school year can be good and that you can learn a lot and still have good connections with your teachers and your friends, because that's really important. So I will be praying for you guys a lot, because it was a big year this year. Alrighty, friends, I will let everyone enjoy their Sunday, and I will pick up with the Israelites next week, and we'll find out where they're going, hopefully. We'll see. All right, happy Sunday.